All right, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, good morning, everyone.
Buenos días a todos.
Today is May 25th, 2001. This is the Magistrate Court of Clayton County.
Hoy es el 25 de mayo de 2021. Están en el tribunal, la sala menor del Tribunal de Primera Instancia, el Condado de Clayton.
I'm Judge Knight, presiding on the first appearance calendar.
Yo soy el juez Knight, el que preside aquí para su comparecencia inicial.
We're here today for me to inform you of your charge or charges that you have.
Estamos aquí para que yo les informo de las acusaciones que tienen.
Your bond amount, if you're entitled to a bond.
La cantidad de su fianza, si es que cumple los requisitos para tener fianza.
Your next court date, which is your preliminary hearing.
También para que le informe de su próxima cita judicial, que sería la audiencia preliminar.
Appointment of an attorney if you qualify for counsel.
Les nombraré un abogado de oficio si reúne requisitos para uno.
And most importantly, to tell you about your constitutional rights that you have.
Y de suma importancia para informarle de los derechos constitucionales que tienen.
First, you are presumed innocent and the state, which is the prosecutor, has the burden of proof.
Primero, a ustedes se les presumen inocentes y es el Estado que tiene la obligación de probar culpabilidad.
The burden of proof is that the state must prove beyond a reasonable doubt these criminal charges against you.
La obligación de probar es que el Estado tiene que probar fuera de una duda razonable esas acusaciones penales en su contra.
You have the right to an indictment by grand jury for some serious felonies.
Tiene derecho a que el jurado de indagación emite una acusación formal cuando se trata de algunas acusaciones graves de mayor cuantía.
So the grand jury is made up of citizens of Clayton County that will hear your matter and decide.
Y el gran jurado de indagación consiste en ciudadanos o vecinos de la comunidad que toman la decisión.
If there is sufficient reason or probable cause, then there will be a true bill indictment.
Si existe razón suficiente o motivo fundado en las acusaciones, entonces aprobarán una acusación formal.
If there is not sufficient probable cause, then the charges against you can be dismissed.
Y si no existe fundamento suficiente para las acusaciones, entonces esas acusaciones en su contra pueden quedar desestimadas.
For other non-serious felonies and all misdemeanors, you have a right to an accusation.
Para todos los otros cargos no tan graves o delitos menores, infracciones, tendrán derecho a que le emiten una acusación general.
Both the indictment and accusation are documents of the state, which is the prosecutor, can bring charges against you.
Tanto la acusación formal y la acusación general son documentos, instrumentos de acusación que el Estado o el procurador levanta en contra de uno.
You have the right to a speedy and public trial by jury.
Tendrán derecho a un juicio público y sin demora ante un jurado.
You have the right at trial to see, hear, and cross-examine any witnesses that the state can call to testify against you.
En ese jurado tendrán el derecho a ver, a escuchar y a contrainterrogar cualquier testigo que el Estado convoca a declarar en su contra.
You have the right to subpoena witnesses to testify on your behalf and to present evidence if you choose to do so.
Tienen derecho a convocar testigos para que declaren a su favor y de presentar pruebas si desea hacerlo.
If you choose not to testify, the presumption of innocence still remains and your guilt cannot be questioned.
Si eligen no dar testimonio, se queda aún con la presunción de inocencia y no se puede presumir o por tomar por sentado su culpabilidad.
However, the presumption of guilt may be raised. However, you still are presumed innocent.
Aunque surge una presunción de culpabilidad, aún así se les presume inocentes.
All right, please resist the urge today to tell me any facts about your case because we're not having a trial today. I'm simply informing you of the 4 things I mentioned.
Por favor, resiste y no me comenten los hechos del caso. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Would you mind repeating that statement? Just want to make
Yes,
sure I
Ms.
got that
Toth.
right.
Please resist the urge to tell me facts about your case.
Por favor.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ms. Toth.
Por favor, resista y no me digan los hechos de su caso.
I will only tell you those things that I mentioned, which are your charge or charges your bond, next court date, which is your preliminary hearing, and whether or not you are appointed counsel to represent you today.
Solamente les voy a informar de esas cosas, las acusaciones en su contra, la fianza, si es que tiene una impuesta, la fecha de la próxima cita judicial, que sería la audiencia preliminar, y le voy a indicar si tiene un abogado de oficio asignado.
Bond, if you receive a bond today or are eligible to receive a bond, I will let you know your bond and any special conditions.
En cuanto a la fianza, si se le impone una fianza hoy o cumple los requisitos para tener uno, entonces le voy a informar de la cantidad de la fianza y las condiciones que conlleva.
Special condition means that you can't go somewhere or you cannot contact someone.
Cuando digo condiciones especiales, me refiero a que se le prohíbe ir a algún lugar o tener contacto con alguna persona.
For example, if I say do not go to 123 Main Street, you should not go there. If I say do not contact Jane Smith, you can't contact Jane Smith.
Por ejemplo, si yo le digo que no vaya al 123 de la calle Main, entonces no vaya allí. O si le diga que no puede tener contacto con Jane Smith, no la contacte.
Special conditions are to be taken very seriously. They can result in new criminal charges.
Esas condiciones especiales de la fianza tienen que ser tomadas en serio porque al incumplirlas se puede formular cargos adicionales en su contra.
This is magistrate court, and magistrate judges by law cannot set bond on certain offenses.
Se encuentran en la sala menor de tribunal de primera instancia y la ley dispone que los jueces, obrando en la sala menor, no puede imponer fianza cuando se trata de ciertas acusaciones.
If you do not get a bond today, it's because by law I cannot set one or based on the nature of the offenses and perhaps your criminal history.
Si no se le impone la fianza hoy, eso significa que la ley dispone que no le puedo imponer una o se debe a la naturaleza de los delitos penales que se le ha formulado en su contra o sus antecedentes penales.
It doesn't mean that you'll never get a bond. It just means that today there's no bond.
No significa que jamás tendrá fianza, solamente que para el día de hoy no tendrá la fianza.
If you have a bond, you can reach out to a bonding company and they will charge a percentage for your bond. It could be up to 15%.
Si ya tiene una fianza, puede comunicarse con las compañías de fianza. Normalmente ellos cobran una tarifa de servicio para tramitar su fianza, que suele ser un 15% de lo que es la fianza total.
If there is a commercial or property bond, then there must be equity in the property of up to 3 times the bond amount.
Y si va a utilizar un inmueble para tramitar su fianza, esa propiedad tiene que tener un patrimonio neto de por lo menos 3 veces lo que es el valor de la fianza.
So for example, if the bond is 1,000, then the equity must be at least 3,000.
Por ejemplo, si tiene una fianza de 1,000, entonces el patrimonio neto de ese inmueble tiene que valer por lo menos 3,000.
I do not specifically work for any bonding company, so I'm not certain what the exact fee would be on your bond.
Yo no trabajo para las compañías de fianza, así que no sé exactamente cuánto sería la tarifa que le van a cobrar.
Please keep in mind if the person who wishes to post your bond is the subject of the special condition, that person cannot post your bond.
Y por favor, acuérdese que si la persona que usted desea que deposite la fianza por usted figura en las condiciones especiales de su fianza, a esa persona no se le va a permitir pagar la fianza por usted.
All right, your next court date is your preliminary hearing date.
La próxima cita judicial para ustedes será su audiencia preliminar.
Preliminary hearing is simply a probable cause hearing or the reason for your arrest.
La audiencia preliminar sencillamente se celebra para determinar si existe motivo fundado o cuál es la causa de su arresto.
At that hearing, the officer or deputies will have to come to court and testify and articulate why you were arrested.
Durante la audiencia, el oficial o el agente de policía se tendrá que presentar al tribunal y declarar sobre por qué a usted lo detuvieron.
If the magistrate court judge finds that there was sufficient probable cause or lawful reason, then your case will go to state or superior court.
Entonces, si el juez que está conociendo el caso determine que sí existe suficiente motivo fundado o una razón legal para su detención, entonces el caso pasará a la sala estatal o la sala superior.
State court if it's only felonies, and superior court if there's at least one. State court if it's only misdemeanors, and superior court if there's at least one felony.
Pasará su caso a la sala estatal si se trata nada más de delitos menores o infracciones, o si existe por lo menos un delito grave, pasará a la sala superior.
If the magistrate court judge finds that there wasn't a valid reason or sufficient probable cause, then your matter can be dismissed.
Entonces, si el juez de la sala menor determine que no existía una razón válida para su arresto o faltaba motivo fundado para su arresto, entonces el caso quedará sobreseído.
All right. Once I speak with you all individually, I will ask for I'll tell you your charge, your bond amount, and your preliminary hearing date. And lastly, I will appoint an attorney and open the floor for any questions you have related to those four things.
Entonces, una vez que hable con cada uno de ustedes individualmente, les informaré de las acusaciones en su contra, la fianza, la fecha de la audiencia preliminar, designaré un abogado de oficio si cumple los requisitos para uno y luego tomaré cualquier pregunta que tiene al respecto.
All right, everyone, please raise your right hand.
Si todos pueden levantar la mano derecha, por favor.
Each of you solemnly swear or affirm any statements or testimony you will give in this matter now pending before the court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Si cada uno de ustedes juran que la información o testimonio que va a dar en este asunto ahora pendiente en el tribunal será la verdad, toda la verdad y nada más que la verdad ante Dios lo jura.
All right, thank you. You can place your hands
Gracias,
down.
ya pueden bajar la mano.
All right, Ms. Toles, you're presumed to be on the oath every time we speak.
Yes, sir.
All right. Who's the person that needs Ms. Toles' services? He's right there. What's his name?
Nombre.
What's your name, sir?
Hola, señor. ¿Cuál es su nombre? Your Honor, I could not hear him. May I ask him to repeat, please? Señor, ¿cuál es su nombre? No escuché bien. Asael Giovanni Esquivel Eson.
Last name starts with E.
El apellido comienza con E, ¿cierto? Ah.
E-S-S-O-N, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, Deputy.
E-S-S-O-N.
Okay, perfect, thank you. For some reason, I have him crossed out as bonded out.
Por alguna razón, figura en mi lista como alguien que ya depositó fianza y salió.
Yeah. He didn't bond out. It looks like he was in the process of bonding. His warrants didn't come through, and on the form it has that he's bonding.
Parece que él está en el proceso de salir bajo fianza. No llegaron las órdenes de arresto y parece que se está tramitando su fianza.
All right, Mr. Esson, you're charged with 1 count of driving with no license.
Muy bien, señor Esson, a usted se le acusa de una infracción de conducir sin licencia.
All right, your bond will be $1,500.
La fianza será $1,500.
All right, and your preliminary hearing date is July 13th.
Y
8:30.
la fecha de la audiencia preliminar será el 13 de julio a las 8:30.
If you bond out of jail, it's automatically waived.
Si usted sale bajo fianza de la cárcel, entonces esa audiencia se renuncia automáticamente.
All right, sir, and I will appoint an attorney to represent you.
Y señor, sí le voy a nombrar un abogado de oficio para representarlo.
All right, you have any questions?
¿Alguna pregunta, señor?
¿Ese bono lo puedo pagar hoy o...?
Yes, that bond, may I pay that today?
Yes, sir.
Sí, señor.
All right. That will conclude your first appearance today, sir.
Bueno, señor, su audiencia queda por concluida.
All right, thank you. All right, Ms. Tolles, good to see you. See you
All
next
right.
time.
No one
Thank
else, Your Honor?
I believe that's it.
All
That's
right.
it, right? Deputies, okay, perfect.
Thank you. Have a great day, everyone.
Your Honor, Ms. Goodrich.
All right, perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Deb.
Your Honor, I got a question for you right quick.
Yes, sir.
I have Mr. Wanamaker Marvin. He's blind. How you want to handle his CAA form? I still
We do it the same. I had a blind person last week, so I'll just go over it with him verbally and write it in for him.
Okay. Okay.
All right, I'll just ask him the questions. So we'll be good on him. I'll just ask him and
Yes,
fill it in over here. All right. So let's see, Miss Martin Stokes, you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, you managed to hang out with me anyway. You were the first attorney on too. All right, let's see. All right, so Miss Jasmine Goodrich, that's you, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
All right, yes, ma'am. You're charged with 1 count of reckless driving. There's a $1,500 bond, improper lane change, and too fast for conditions is $500 on each of those two. Child endangerment by DUI and driving under the influence is $2,000 on each of those. Child restraint violation is $500. And then there's a serious injury by vehicle offense, and I will hear from your attorney, ma'am, on that offense.
Yes, Judge. Miss Goodrich is 25 years old. She is from the community, has ties to the community and a local church. She is not a flight risk. She has sustained significant injuries as a result of the accident that occurred along with her daughter. Judge, we would ask that you would set a bond in the range of 7 to 8 so she can have a total of 15 or less so that she's able to adhere to her injuries and her child. Her child is a local student at the Christian school, and she is doing the best that she can as a mom. And so we would ask, we believe at the appropriate time, we'll make the appropriate arguments to show what the evidence really reflects. So we'd ask the court to set a reasonable bond at 15 or less total.
Yes, ma'am. So Miss Goodrich, I will set that serious injury by vehicle at $8,000 would be the bond on that. And there is a special condition. There is, I'm certain there's restrictions with the DUI offense. However, I'll just add on there a note on the bond order, no driving unless allowed through a permit from DDS. All right, your preliminary hearing is scheduled for the 12th of July. Again, ma'am, if you bond out, that's waived, or you can speak with counsel more in detail about your preliminary hearing. And unless there's any questions, that will conclude your matter today. Ms. Martin Stokes, Ms. Goodridge.
Frozen, Judge.
Any questions or anything additional?
No, sir, Judge, you were frozen, so.
I'm frozen now? Okay.
Yeah, I'm frozen. So is that a total of 15 so that I can tell her?
Let's see. I got 8 plus 10, 12.
I think so.
13, 14. Yes, ma'am. Total of 15. I thought it was, but yeah, 15 total.
Okay, Judge. Good seeing you. And
you as well.
Good luck on your endeavor.
Thank you very much. All right. Parties are excused on this. Thank you.
Say your name next.
All right, Deputy. So we're ready? Right,
we are ready, Your Honor.
I appreciate y'all's patience on working around these attorneys. You know how it goes, deputies. They got to get back to official business. Not that what we're doing is not important, but you know.
We're not allowed to speak at that time, sir. On that matter.
I appreciate y'all. So who do we have here first?
Dorothy Brown.
All right, Ms. Brown, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Ma'am, you're charged with 1 count of trafficking marijuana. That is a felony, and there's no bond today on that offense. You have a preliminary hearing scheduled for July 12th. That is at 8:30. And just make sure here, ma'am, I have your application for court-appointed counsel. All right, I will appoint an attorney to represent you. Lastly, I didn't mention this, you have a bond hearing, and that is scheduled for the 16th of July. All right, you have any questions, Ms. Brown?
No.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
That's not.
Yes,
Nicole Johnson?
Nicole Jeffrey?
Johnson,
I'm sorry.
All right, Ms. Johnson. Ma'am, you have a 1 count is of possession of a Schedule 2. Violation of the Georgia Substance or Controlled Substances Act. There's an $8,000 bond on that offense, ma'am. You have a preliminary hearing is scheduled for the 12th of July at 8:30. And just making sure here on your application. All right, Ms. Johnson. I will appoint an attorney to represent you. You have any questions?
no, sir.
Okay. All right, thank you. That will conclude your matter today.
Ms. Singh, C-I-E-N-G. Did I say that correctly?
Yes.
Okay.
1 moment here for me. All right, Ms. Singh, you're charged with 1 count of trafficking marijuana. There's no bond today on that offense. Your preliminary hearing is scheduled for the 12th of July, and that is at 8:30. You have a bond hearing scheduled for the 16th of July at 8:30. There is a form here I'm looking for here, your application. You completed the application for court-appointed counsel?
Yes.
All right. 1 moment here. All right, Ms. Singh, I will appoint an attorney to represent you. All right, you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Taylor?
All right, Ms. Taylor, good morning to you. Ma'am, you have one count of simple battery on an officer. 3,000 is your bond. One count of obstruction. 1,000 is your bond, and criminal damage in the second degree is 1,500. 5,500 is your total bond. You have a preliminary hearing is scheduled for the 12th of July. That is at 8:30. And ma'am, I am looking at your application here. County Counsel. I will appoint an attorney to represent you. You have any questions, Ms.
No.
Taylor?
No, sir.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Ms. Williams?
Good
All right,
morning,
Ms.
Your
This is
Honor.
Ebony Williams.
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning to you, ma'am. You have one count of battery or simple battery. There's a $3,000 bond. Let me ask you this. Who is Myasia Harrington? Who's that?
That's my 18-year-old daughter, Your Honor.
That's your daughter?
Yes.
All right, hang on for me one moment, okay? I'm gonna change the bond amount. There's a special condition that there's no contact with her. Does she live with you, ma'am?
Not anymore. She moved out the date of the incident with her boyfriend.
Let me ask you this. Did she live with you, or is it your home is what I'm trying to ask?
Oh, it's my home, Your Honor.
It's your home, okay. One moment, ma'am. All right, I'm gonna set your bond at 500.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Your Honor,
One moment. Ms. Walker, Ms. Williams. Ms.
Yes,
Williams, I understand the situation, okay? I lowered the bond there for you. And speak with your lawyer, and good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
that's it for the Williams side, Your Honor.
That's it. The Shawan Swart, is that person bonded out already?
One.
Or Rhymes, or it's a CHAWON, last name SCHWART.
For the bag removal, I think they're bonded out, Your Honor. I will definitely double check just to make sure, but I'm 99.9% they're bonded out.
Okay, yeah, I just want to be sure because I didn't want to miss, because I have the paperwork, so I wasn't sure. I appreciate that.
No
All right,
problem.
Deputy Barker, I appreciate you as always, and thank you. We'll see you next time.
Thank you. I'm going to go up and handle the sir that is blind.
All right, and hang on for me one moment before you leave. I see a note here. Who's this from here? Okay, so Kenneth Pack will be off, right?
Do what, John?
Kenneth Pack is off.
Yes.
Okay, all right, perfect. I got it. I just got the note. I didn't know if that was you, Deputy Barker, that sent that, or who sent it. So I just saw that.
There's no problem. I got you, sir.
All right, I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you in a minute.
Your Honor,
All right, we're ready for you.
do you want to try to deal with him before I send him back, or you want me to send him over?
No, just send him back. No, let's not even play that game.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So that he'll be on tomorrow.
Okay. I'm ready when you're ready, Your Honor.
I'm ready.
Tell me your name. Anthony Bourne.
All right, one moment here for me. All right, Mr. Bound, good morning to you, sir. How you doing?
Good morning, sir.
All right, I'm good. All right, let me just make sure here. You have one count, sir, of, well, 2 counts of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act. It's 10,000 on each of those. One is possession of over an ounce of marijuana. The other is possession with intent to distribute. And then there's a count of possession of a weapon during the commission of a crime. Bond on that is $5,000. Failure to stop or yield sign violation is $1,000. And then a tag violation and concealing the ID of a motor vehicle, each of those is $500. So your total, $27,000 is your total bond, sir. Your preliminary hearing is scheduled for the 12th of July, and that is at 8:30. And just looking here at your application for court-appointed counsel, did you complete one of those?
I'm not sure, sir.
Doesn't look like you completed one. Actually, no, I'm sorry, you did complete one. It is approved here, so you will have an attorney appointed to represent you, sir.
Sir.
All right. All right, you have any questions?
No, sir, I do not.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Good luck to you. All right.
Back to you, go ahead and make the phone. Your Honor, I'm gonna call them the way you got them. So tell me tell me how you want them, because my list is all out of whack. It's not in my list.
We'll just do alphabetical. I got next on the list, I got is it Brian Cors or Burrows and Corzell? I'm sorry, Burrows and then Corzell.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you, sir. What's your name?
Corzell Brian.
Hang on for me, Mr. Corzell. Now I fumbled and I got my paperwork out of whack. Hang on for me.
That's all good, sir.
I got the Browns. I got Burrows. I got Brown, and then I skipped to D. I'm like, where's C? All right, Mr. Corzell, stay with me. We took all type of people out of turn earlier. Had attorneys show up and did all type of special treatment to get the attorneys on out of here. Stay with me one moment. I'm seeing everything but your paperwork, Mr. Corzell. One second. Your last name?
My last name is Brian.
Is Brian with the B.
You should have a letter in front, Your Honor.
Go ahead. What's who is this here?
Corzell Brian, sir.
Corzell Brian. Why am I not seeing him? Hang on for a minute, Brian. We're gonna have to come back to you. Come back. Come on back to him. I'm sorry. All right, I'll take the other B's. I got Burrows. I got Brown. I'm not sure what's going on with Mr. Brown's paperwork here. How you doing, sir? Good morning. All right, what's your name? All right, Mr. Burrows. Thanks for your patience this morning. I got a few counts here listed. There's battery, family violence, so $5,000 bond. Simple battery, $3,500. Cruelty to children, third degree, $3,500. Possession of firearm during the commission of a crime is $5,000. And there's aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. There's no bond on that offense today, sir. You have to have a bond hearing for that or speak with your lawyer. You have a preliminary hearing date. It's July 12th is your prelim. July 16th is your bond hearing date. It's possible you can get a bond before that date once you speak with counsel. And Mr. Burrows, I'm looking at your application here for court-appointed attorney. I will appoint an attorney to represent you. You have any questions, sir?
No.
Okay, all right, thank you.
You got Brown next, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. How you doing, sir?
How you doing, sir?
All right. I got Mr. Brown. I got one count of driving while license suspended. There's $1,500 is your bond, and then open containers 500. $2,000 is your total. The 13th of July at 8:30 is your preliminary hearing. And Mr. Brown, I will appoint an attorney to represent you. You have any questions, sir?
No, sir.
All right, thank you. All right, I can do Brian next, deputy.
Okay.
Sorry about that. It's been all over the place. All right, Mr. Brian, I apologize. You know, it happens sometimes, you know. Thanks for your patience. And there's one count of theft by taking. It's the misdemeanor kind. It's $2,000 is your bond. And you have a prelim. It's set for July 13th, 8:30. And sir, I am appointing an attorney to represent you. You have any questions?
That was my question right there about the attorney, sir.
Oh, yes, sir. I'm appointing. I saw your application here. I have it in my hand. And so I did appoint it. I reviewed it, signed, approved it. And the attorney will be contacting you.
What do I do right now?
Sir, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, you have any questions?
No, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. Good luck to you.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
One thing, Judge,
yes, sir.
Deputy stepped out in the hallway. So,
say it one more time.
I said the deputy stepped out in the hallway, sir. So he's not.
All right, just hold tight right here. Just stay right here for a moment. There should be somebody else coming, another deputy in a moment. Something happening?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, just hang on for a moment.
Yes, sir. I thank you for the bond too, sir.
Oh yeah, no problem, sir.
Everybody have a seat?
The judge is done with me, sir.
Correct. Have a good one. Sorry about that, Yon. I had a fight out there, so I had to go.
Yeah, I just told you know, I just told Mr. Brown just to hang out with me for a moment. I realized something was happening here.
Okay, go ahead. Okay. Have a seat in the back. Who you got?
Thank you again, Judge.
I have Davis. You're welcome. Mr. Davis.
Have a seat right there so you don't get caught in that.
All right, how you doing, Mr. Davis? This is you, sir?
Good, yes, sir.
I'm doing pretty good, sir. I have the one count of driving on a suspended registration. Misdemeanor is 500 is the bond, and then possession of less than an ounce of marijuana is 1,500. 2,000 is your total, sir. Your preliminary hearing is the 13th of July, 8:30. And sir, I have your application I reviewed, and I will appoint an attorney to represent you. All right, sir, you have any questions? Remember, if you bond out of jail, the date goes away, okay? And then you just wait for the new court date in the mail. You speak with your lawyer. All right? All right, thank you, sir.
What we got next, Your Honor?
Dotson. Dotson.
Everybody be seated. Everybody seated.
All right, Mr. Dotson, that's you, sir?
Oh, yes, sir.
All right, I got one count of battery.
Yes, sir.
Family violence. What's your name?
My name's Tavares Dotson, sir. I've never had any type of trouble with the law at all. I don't have a one speeding ticket probably on my record at all.
Listen to me. What's your name?
Oh, it's Tavares Dotson.
All right, Mr. Dotson. You're charged with one count of battery family violence. It's a misdemeanor. The bond is set at $5,000. There's a special condition that you have no contact with Alyana Riles.
Yes, she moved out of location, so I won't be calling her back at all.
All right, sir. So y'all don't live together?
Oh, we did, but she moved out, sir.
Okay. All right. The 9972 Raven Way, that's whose address?
My house, sir.
It's your house. Okay. Well, I won't put a stay away provision on that. It's just no contact with her. You have a preliminary hearing date, and that's scheduled for the 13th of July at 8:30. And sir, I will appoint an attorney to represent you. Go ahead with your questions.
Good read.
Say it again.
I got a lawyer, and I also got the Ring camera for my evidence or whatever. Like I was assaulted. You can see those 12 more sand stitches right there. I'm gonna just be honest. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Never mind.
Sir, tell all that to your lawyer, okay? Your lawyer will be able to handle that for you. All right? All right, sir. Good luck to you.
You good. Mr. Williams? Who you got next, Your Honor?
I got what's happening with Diaz, Jonathan Diaz.
Jonathan Diaz. He up there in medical, Your Honor.
He's in medical, so we're doing tomorrow?
Correct.
All right, so he's tomorrow. All right. And next I have Harbor.
He's coming up, Your Honor.
William Harbor. How you doing, sir?
How you doing, Your Honor?
I'm good. All right, so let's see here. You charge with one count of violation of seatbelt laws, 500, and then possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime and theft by receiving stolen property. It's 5,000 each, so you have 10,500 is your total bond. Your preliminary hearing is scheduled for the 12th of July at 8:30. And sir, I am appointing an attorney to represent you. You have any questions?
Yes, sir. You said
10,500 is your total.
okay, sir. You said that I was possessing had a firearm in a crime.
It says possession. The charge is possession of a firearm by a felon.
Okay. All right, Your Honor.
All right. So possession of firearm by a felon. You can't have a firearm by a convicted felon. They listed the felony in the warrant.
I didn't know I was a felon.
Okay. Want me to read the warrant for you?
No, sir.
Okay. All right, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. We got, I'm sorry. We got, next is Joseph Sayers. I'm sorry, Hood, and then Joseph Sayers. Hood, Edward Hood. Who are you, sir?
Hood and then Joseph.
Is Hood around?
There you go, Your Honor.
How you doing, sir?
Good.
All right. You have 1 count of driving while license suspended and 1 count of tag violations. 1,500 on the license charge, 500 on the tag. It's 2,000 total. July 13th is your preliminary hearing date. We'll appoint an attorney to represent you, sir. You have any questions? All right. Thank you, sir. Good luck to you. All right. And so we got Sayers next. Joseph Sayers.
Is it on?
Yes, sir. How you doing today? I understand. Let's see here. 1 count of criminal trespass. 2,500 is your bond. 1 count of battery, simple battery, 3,000, and 1 count of aggravated assault by strangulation is 15,000. Sir, there's no contact with Shannon Boykin. You can't return to the 1577 Glen Court address in Hampton. If you must return there to get any belongings, you must make an appointment with the sheriff or local police to do so. So you understand what you're charged with, the bond amounts and the special conditions?
Yeah. So.
All right. So I also will appoint an attorney to represent you. Keep in mind, those are the special conditions and the bond amount for today. It can change. Speak with your lawyer. All right. All right, sir. Good luck to you. Thank you. All right, Lovett. All right, Mr. Lovett. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, sir.
All right. How old are you?
27.
All right, sir. 1 count of burglary. There's no bond today on that offense, sir. Your preliminary hearing is scheduled for the 12th of July. It's at 8:30. You also have a bond hearing scheduled for the 16th of July at 8:30. And I am appointing an attorney to represent you. You have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. All right, thank you. Lyle, or let's see, it's Lyle and then McDonald.
Lyle, then McDonald.
Yes, sir. All right, this is Mr. Lyle.
Yes, sir.
Sir, 1 count of reckless conduct is $2,500 is your bond, and preliminary hearing is the 13th of July. And sir, I will appoint an attorney to represent you. You have any questions?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. All right, so we got Morgan next. Is this Mr. McDougal?
McDougal, McDougal.
All right, sir. I've never seen that name before. Yeah. Where's that from?
Ireland. Irish.
Irish? Did your ancestry.com? Figured it out.
On my father's side, I don't know. That's just Irish.
All right, sir. You're charged with 1 count of burglary. There's no bond today on that offense. And your preliminary hearing is scheduled for the 12th of July. That's at 8:30. And bond hearing is scheduled for the 16th of July at 8:30. And I did appoint an attorney to represent you. All right, you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right, thank you, sir. Good luck to you. All right, after Morgan, it's going to be Rat. We took Pack off, right? After Morgan is Parker. All right, Mr. Morgan, sir. You have 2 counts that have bonds, and that is the possession of a drug-related object is a misdemeanor, and that's 500. And then possession of Schedule 1, which is wax possession, is 10,000. I'm sorry, the THC is 10,000. The other 3 felonies, sir, possession, Georgia Controlled Substances Act, the wax possession, as well as the possession of marijuana with intent to distribute, and the possession of more than an ounce of marijuana. So your bond is denied today. You have a preliminary hearing is scheduled for the 16th of, I'm sorry, the 12th of July. The 16th of July is your bond hearing.
Yes, sir.
And I am appointing an attorney to represent you. Talk with your lawyer. Just because there's no bond today doesn't mean there's no bond ever, okay?
Yes, sir.
Speak with your lawyer, and do you have any questions?
Yes, sir. I just want to know why it's not a bond today.
I got you.
All right, so yeah, based on the nature of the offenses, there's no bond today, sir. You have to have a bond hearing. So remember, this is magistrate court. Certain offenses we can't set a bond on.
Yes, sir.
All right, so speak with your lawyer, though. It's possible your lawyer can have a consent agreement with the district attorney, and he could get a bond even before that July date.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, good luck to you, sir. All right, let's see here. Is this Mr. Parker? Who are you, sir? All right, Mr. Parker. You have 1 count of obstructing an officer. It's a $1,000 bond. 1 count of license or registration. Unrestricted vehicle is $500. $1,500 is your total bond. You have a preliminary hearing scheduled for the 13th of July. And just making sure here, I'm appointing an attorney to represent you, sir. You have any questions?
Yes, sir. I had all my information in the vehicle. The officer just not get it out of the glove box, but I'll worry about that in court.
Oh, yes, sir. You can let your lawyer know that, and your lawyer will be able to deal with fighting those charges. All right. Once you give that to your lawyer will be able to turn that over to the prosecution, and they will be able to deal with it. Okay. Because I don't have it, there's nothing I will be able to do today, but let your lawyer know and they will be able to deal with it.
Thank you,
all right, sir. All right, no problem. You're welcome. Thank you. All right, I'm sorry, Deputy. We got is it Shine and then
Thank you. Shine, that's you. It all depends. Ask me once a year.
How you doing?
How you doing, sir?
Good. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good, Mr. Shine. Hang on for me. One moment here. All right, Mr. Shine. So you have the 1 count of driving while license suspended is $1,500, and your prelim is scheduled for 13th of July. And I will appoint an attorney to represent you. If you bond out, you get a new court date. All right, sir. Questions?
About them reading me my rights last night. Do they still have to do that anymore or no?
So the way I understand Miranda rights is custody plus interrogation equals Miranda. That's the math formula that I remember it. So if you're in custody, meaning you're not free to leave, and you were questioned more than just investigation, then they have to read Miranda. If you were just doing a regular questioning, then they don't have to read rights. So you can take it up further with your lawyer for a better breakdown, but that's my understanding of the law in just a quick breakdown for you. If you feel that there's an issue, you can talk with your lawyer. Your lawyer can challenge it.
Yes, sir. Just ask a quick question.
All right, no problem. Thank you.
You have a great day.
All right, you too. And Deputy, just want to make sure Pope bonded out. Anthony Pope.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, perfect. So next I got is it Torre, and then the Wanamaker, Torre. How you doing, sir? What's your name? This is Torre or Torre? Say it for me.
Chief Hassan Torre.
Tell me about it. Tell me about your name.
Oh, I'm from Senegal. So it just
okay. I knew that. I'm tracing my ancestry. I keep saying it. I'm from somewhere around Senegal, or I'm thinking like Ghana or West Africa. I don't know. I need to find out.
Definitely do.
How do I look? I look close? Anything? No? You ain't got to laugh at me. I'm just asking, okay? I'm just asking. I'm trying to trace my ancestry. Have you traced yours all the way?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You know your entire family line? Yeah, that's an awesome thing. All right. So I got 3 counts here. Loitering or prowling is 1,000. Obstructing an officer is 1,000. And then driving while license suspended is 1,500. So we got 3,500 is your total. And you have a preliminary hearing date is scheduled for the 13th of July. And I am appointing an attorney to represent you. All right, sir. You have any questions?
So does that mean I get a bond?
Yes, sir. 3,500 is the total bond. So you speak with the bonding company.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
God bless you.
You too. All right, so we got, is it Wanamaker and then Warner?
Yes, sir, Your Honor. I'm gonna turn this around. Mr. Wanamaker, he's blind.
He's blind. Okay, so let's do him last then. Let's deal with him last.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, he's a blind person. You did tell me that. Sorry. I could do anybody. Warner, Walker, or Williams.
Tell your name. Lamont Warner. Good morning, y'all.
Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Warner. Let's see here, sir. You have 1 count, possession of fire by a felon, convicted felon, and 1 count of aggravated battery, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Sir, there's no bond on that offense today. You have a preliminary hearing scheduled for the 12th of July, and then your bond hearing the 16th of July, both at 8:30. All right, sir, I'm looking at your application here. I am appointing an attorney to represent you. You have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, all right, thank you. All right, that will conclude your matter today, sir.
Dr. Walker, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Walker?
I'm good, sir.
That's good. 1 count of battery, family violence. The bond amount is 5,000. There's no contact with Keno Walker. It's your brother?
Yes, sir.
Y'all live together?
Yeah, we all stay on my mother's roof.
Y'all both stay there?
Yes, sir.
All right, you can't go back there. Not right now.
Yes, sir.
All right. And that is the 5074 address?
Yes, sir.
All right, don't go back there. If you must go back there, you must contact the sheriff or the local police, make an appointment.
Yes, sir.
Now remember, I'm setting this today, doesn't mean that it's forever, okay?
Yeah.
Speak with your lawyer, that can change. I have to set it by law, right? I don't know what's happening with you and your brother. I don't know if, something may happen. So for everyone's safety, that's what it's about, all right? I'm doing what I have to do to protect you and your brother.
Yes, sir.
All right? Speak with your lawyer. I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. Speak with that attorney
Yes, sir.
You all go from there, all right? I have a brother too, man. I got 3 sons, so I understand how I can get, but that's your brother at the end of the day, man.
I love him.
Your brother at the end of the day. All right, so you know what to do. You know, you already know. I don't have to tell you any of this. You know what's happening.
Yes, sir.
All right, so good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All right, who do we have here?
Williams.
Mr. Williams?
Yes.
Antonio Williams. Hang on for me 1 second here, Mr. Williams. You got 2 counts. The motorcycle, the no helmet, offense is 500, and driving while license is suspended, and that is 1,500. So you have a total of 2,000, and preliminary hearing date, the 13th. I'm sorry, yeah, the 13th of July, 8:30, and I will be appointing an attorney to represent you. All right, Mr. Williams, you have any questions? No questions? All right, thank you, sir. Good luck to you.
Okay, I got
All right, ready for Wanamaker, and then we have the fugitive last, right?
Yes, sir. Ready for Wanamaker?
Yes, sir.
All right. We still there? Can you hear me, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
All right, Mr. Wanamaker.
Yes.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. You're charged with 1 count of well, it's disseminating information, but it's also unlawful conduct during a 911 call. And it's a $1,500 bond, sir. Your preliminary hearing is scheduled for the 12th of July. I'm sorry, yeah, 13th, I'm sorry, of July at 8:30. And sir, what is your address?
5930 Highway 85, apartment building 504, Riverdale, Georgia, zip code 30274. I was placed in a
Hang on for me, Mr. Wanamaker. Tell me the apartment number again.
504.
What's your date of birth?
October 7, 1967.
Do you know Johnny Hartman?
Johnny Hartman? No, sir.
No, he's a singer. The singer.
Uh-huh.
You don't know him?
The name sounds familiar.
Okay.
Sounded familiar.
You might have been around a teenager around the time in his heyday.
Uh-huh.
That's what I was asking. Okay. Well, never mind. That's a random Jeopardy question. What's your phone number?
The phone number is 678-767-7500.
All right. Are you employed, sir?
No, I'm disabled.
What's your monthly check?
$794.
Were you in the military?
No, sir.
All right. I will appoint an attorney to represent you, Mr. Wanamaker. Now go ahead with the questions that you have. I know you started saying something. I cut you off. I wanted to get this information from you first, sir. Go ahead with your questions.
Your Honor, I just want to say this right quick. I didn't knew I was heading to a transition to 5 days later, after March 5, when I was escorted, driven towards Holly Tree on March 5 of this year. But a lady came to me before I was released and had me sign a couple of papers. But I asked her, what was it that I'm signing? And she told me to state that I received my property. But the officer who transported me from the jail, he told me it was a signature bond that they wanted you out of jail. But he said she should have told you the real truth. But I didn't know, kind of find it was a transitional when I stated to the judge I wanted to be in a personal care home. So I do believe, Judge, that was handled the wrong way.
Well, let me say this, sir. Your bond is I'll reduce it to 500. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And you can stop telling me about the facts of your case. You could tell your lawyer. All right. Your lawyer could be able to do something about it.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. So that will conclude your matter today. Good luck to you.
Okay.
All right. All right. Lastly, we have Mr. Williams, the fugitive.
Correct.
How you doing, sir? You tall, man. How tall are you? Like 6'4"?
No, I'm like 5'11", like 6 feet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. So you're Noah Williams?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Williams. Everything that I explained and you heard Ms. Toles, the interpreter, say back in Spanish there earlier, that all those rights apply to you. The constitutional rights, they all apply to you. However, you're here for me to explain about the extradition process. All right. So you are here because I have a warrant that reads that you did on May 24th enter and remain in the state of Georgia, knowing that you're wanted by Duval County PD in Florida for possession of a weapon or ammunition by a gang-related felon or delinquent. And the warrant number is listed and the charges of felony, and they will extradite. So that's why you're here today. So there's a few things you can do today. Under the official code of Georgia, annotated, which is just the law that the legislature's made, is Title 17, Chapter 13. It explains the extradition process. Now, what can happen today is I can give you a bond and you can go about your way, but I'm not going to do that, right? So there's no bond today. Bond is denied. What you can do at an extradition hearing is 4 things. You can contest whether this paperwork I just read in front of me and I just read to you, whether that is valid, right? Whether the paperwork is valid on its face. There can be some errors in there. You can challenge that. That's the first thing. The second thing, you can challenge whether, in fact, that crime I just read is a real crime. We know that laws change all the time, so that may not be a crime anymore. So you can challenge that. The third thing is whether you are, in fact, Noah Raekwon Williams. You can challenge, say, I'm not that person. And then lastly, you can challenge if you are, in fact, a fugitive. Maybe you were given permission. Maybe the charge was dismissed. You're not a fugitive. So those are the 4 things you can challenge, right? You can't challenge whether you're guilty or not guilty. If you choose to challenge extradition, you remain in custody, Clayton County Jail, and await a warrant to be prepared under the seal of the governor, Brian Kemp, governor of Georgia. And then you will remain until you have that formal hearing. There can be an extension given or asked for, and you can remain up to 90 days in custody awaiting that hearing. However, you can choose to waive all of that, go back to Duval County and fight these charges. They will come to pick you up, take you back, or make arrangements with the sheriff to do so, to get you back there. They have 10 days to do so, 10 business days. All right. And again, they can ask for an extension, but generally they get folks back to where they need to go within that time. So the choice will be up to you, whether you wish to waive extradition, the hearing, or and go back to deal with the charge, or contest it and remain in Clayton County.
Yes, sir. I'll go back to Jacksonville, Florida.
All right, yes, sir. So I sent over the waiver forms. I pre-signed them in case you waive today. You can just sign off on those forms, and then that will conclude your matter today, unless you have any questions for me.
No, I got no questions.
Okay. All right, sir. Well, thank you, and good luck to you.
Yeah.
All right. All right, Deputy. That's it for me, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I send those forms over so he can sign off on those.
Yes, sir.
I got them pre-signed, and that's it for me this week for first appearance. So I'll see you next week.
Okay, I'll send these to you in a few minutes.
All right, he signed off on them, right?
Correct.
All right, perfect. So we good. Appreciate you. Thank you. See you next time. All right.